Wait, you're a Bears fan and you're not subscribed to my channel? Before this video starts, make sure to 1. Hit the subscribe button below to catch all Bears content right here on this podcast. 2. Hit the bell notification because you, my friend, are a diehard Bears fan. And 3. Like this video and tell all the Bears fans you know about the channel. Alright, that's better. Now that you're actually subscribed to the channel, make sure to bear down and enjoy this video.
You're listening to Keek on the Mic.
Keek on the Mic.
A podcast all about the Chicago Bears. This podcast starts right now.
Keek on the Mic.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Before I get this episode started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram page at Keek on the Mic. Make sure you share this podcast with all the Bears fans that you know, and you'll also be able to listen to this episode of Keek on the Mic on Apple Podcast. A huge rumor out of Chicago this morning is the Chicago Bears will franchise tag Allen Robinson this offseason. Obviously, the Bears fans have been waiting for a long time to see if the Bears were going to let Allen Robinson walk or if we were actually going to franchise tag him, because at this point, that was the only move the Bears could do, is franchise tag him or let him walk. This was an expected move. Couldn't just let him walk for nothing. So according to CBS Sports' Jason Canfora, the Bears are prepared to place the $16 million franchise tag on Allen Robinson this offseason. The exclusive tag would prevent him from hitting free agency, giving the Bears additional time to negotiate a long-term contract with him. Allen Robinson made it very clear when reporters were asking him questions about the franchise tag. He didn't seem interested in playing under the franchise tag. So if this rumor is true, I am not sure how Allen Robinson's going to react. Will he hold out? Will he actually play? It seems like Allen Robinson is the type of guy that would just suck it up and play. So let's hope for the best. I'm not going to sit here and throw you guys stats. I've told you guys on many podcasts how I feel about Allen Robinson, how important he is to the Chicago Bears offense and the Chicago Bears team. It was essential to try to keep Allen Robinson any way that we can. The franchise tag is there for teams to protect themselves, to let players like Allen Robinson leave. I feel like it would have been a huge mistake to let him just walk, especially for nothing. I was always a big advocate for if Allen Robinson really didn't want to play for Chicago, you can set the franchise tag on him and then maybe trade him to at least get some compensation for a great player like Allen Robinson. I can personally understand why Allen Robinson is frustrated. Look at the quarterbacks that have been thrown to him. He's been, achieving everywhere he's been. The Bears need to do the best in this offseason to, 1, get Allen Robinson a freaking good quarterback for once, and 2, if you really want to keep him, and that's if you don't want to trade him, get him his well-deserved long-term contract. He deserves it. Everyone in Chicago knows that Allen Robinson deserves a long-term contract. He's been a rock for the Chicago Bears offense and a rock for the Chicago Bears football team. We also have to keep in mind that, like I just said, just because the Bears are franchise tagging Allen Robinson doesn't mean that he's actually going to be a Bear in 2021. They could decide to franchise tag Allen Robinson and then trade him for more draft capital. I have a feeling that if they franchise tagged him and said, hey, we're looking to trade Allen Robinson because he just doesn't want to be a Chicago Bear anymore, he would have a lot of suitors. This could even be a situation where teams may be offering up first-round picks. If Allen Robinson truly doesn't want to be a Chicago Bear and teams really, really want him and teams are offering up a first-round pick, do you think the Bears are really going to say, no, he's not available? No, the Bears will listen because any extra picks would be helpful for the Chicago Bears in this upcoming draft. And I think all you guys would actually agree with me on that. So, like I said, I want Allen Robinson to stay. I love Allen Robinson. He's been a big part of this Bears offense ever since we signed him back in 2018. Huge receiver, proven number one. He's proved that he deserves a long-term contract. So I really hope this franchise tag leads into something more and hopefully a long-term future in Chicago. So Bears fans, let me know in the comment section down below, how would you feel if Allen Robinson was franchise tagged? I really want to know your opinion. I know you guys, just like me, are really passionate in keeping Allen Robinson, so let me know your answer down below in the comment section. But before I end this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and the bell notification to catch all Bears content all offseason long right here on Keek on the Mic. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram page at Keek on the Mic. Make sure you share this podcast with all the Bears fans that you know, and you'll also be able to listen to this episode of Keek on the Mic on Apple Podcasts. But other than that, I'll catch you guys for all new Bears episode right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys.
This is a podcast all about Bears. You either cheering for this team or just pulling your hair. I like to take a minute, just sit right back and tell you how I became the #1 Bears fan. That boy is Benny Hunter. Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.